F-Boy Island.
What season is it on now?
Well,
Is there a season
we're
3?
kind of in between, like waiting for a pickup.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you.
I loved the show.
Oh my God, you guys
And-
would have both been good on that show. You would be good now. I'm sure you're in relationships.
What does that
but
mean?
Just like you're watchable, you're handsome. It's kind of like
We're
don't
both
know.
nice guys.
I don't know. You appear to be, but then you don't know. So
Yeah,
you'd be
yeah,
really good.
yeah.
I feel like at it. Like, so yeah, it's the premise of the show. If you don't know, 3 girls are looking for love, and then there's 30 guys, and 15 are nice guys, and 15 are F boys. But they all look like F boys, and it's it's fun.
I remember when
it's the best thing I've ever done.
When I first saw the trailer, and it was like, okay, it just seemed like another dating show that didn't really understand itself, but it's like super self-aware.
Yes.
Like it makes fun of itself a lot, and because of you, I think.
got on the first season. I took it too seriously. I'm
Same.
Like, this show is fucking. His shit is cringe. And then I'm like,
Yes.
oh wait, it's a bit.
Yeah, in the first season it was towing that line of like we weren't going as hard on wink wink, like we're in on the joke too. So I think second season is when we really were like, let's have a lot of fun with this and make fun of this as much as possible. And a lot of the show itself, like it came with the name F-Boy Island when it landed in front of me. Like I kind of told my agents I want to get into the reality space because it's like the only TV I watch, yet I'm auditioning for these like roles on scripted stuff. I don't even like scripted TV. And so I was like, I want to do reality. I don't know how. And then they sent me a bunch of shows that were like looking for hosts, and I saw F-Boy Island, and I was like, that's got to be funny. Like that it already has a sense of humor in the title. That can't be a serious show. I mean, it reminded me of 30 Rock. They had a fake show called MILF Island, and it was like that's what it reminded me of. And so I was like,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
By the way, that is actually being made. I'm pretty sure it's
Really?
not called MILF Island, but my friend just like posted on his close friend's story about how he's getting cast for a show about young guys dating older women.
Is Young Gravy the host?
It's not. Yeah.
Is this Young Gravy the host?
I mean, he should be.
Yeah.
I know it does sound like a great
I
concept,
would
right?
love to be on that show.
But
So,
sorry.
I sign me up. No, I am very happily in a relationship. But when does this air?
Oh, you want to be on the show? I see.
No. So no, but when it came, the guy that created it, Elon Gale, he worked at The Bachelor and Bachelorette for like 20 years, and then he started producing these other reality shows. And he called me and was like, "I think you'd be good for this." And I was like, "Please, God, yes!" And it was the first time in my at this point, 18-year career that I'd ever wanted something so badly, and the network wanted me just as much, where it was like mutual. It always, I don't know, my relationships have always felt like that. Nothing's ever felt mutual in my goddamn life. Like I've always been chasing something that doesn't want me. And it was the first time it was like, oh, they want me too. And a lot of people threw their name in to be the host of it because it's a great role. It's comedic and you get to live in paradise and just hang out. It's so fucking easy.
How many weeks are you there?
Dude, it's like 5 to 6 weeks. Maybe like 8 the first season because we had to quarantine for 2 weeks when we got there.
Oh.
And it was 2021. And America was still very much mask land. And it was like, early 2021. And we go to the Cayman Islands and they have no COVID on their island. So we get in, there's people in hazmat suits greeting us. We go instantly into a bubble and we stay in our hotels for 2 weeks. And then when we got out, no masks. And so it was like, everyone's ready to fuck. Like the crew, the cat, like everyone.
Everyone's gonna do some shit.
Wild. It was so much fun.
Did anyone in the crew bone each other?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah.
I thought that was like a...
Yes, of course they did. yeah. There was so much of that going on. You find out afterwards because
That's what I mean.
like so secret about it, but then you find out later and you're like, oh my God, those
Sorry,
two?
I should have phrased that like, did 2 core people on set fuck and everyone kind of knew like... Yeah, so the director just fucked the first assistant camera and
right
on set in front of everyone.
Yeah,
is what he's saying.
And now it's awkward.
Yeah.
I think that most of that stuff came out after the fact, and everyone was kind of going like, "Oh, okay." Which whenever I'm on a set, I'm always like, "Oh my God, this would be so fun to have a set mance or what do they call them? Showmance." That makes more sense.
What is
set mance? Showmance.
A
Yeah.
showmance.
Yeah, where you're like, and that's why I would never date an actor because if you're a hot guy and you get paired with some hot girl and you go to Paris for like 8 weeks to shoot something and you're doing scenes where you're like making out and falling in love. It's so impossible not to catch feelings. I mean, cheating is one thing and people should have enough integrity, but they're gonna catch feelings regardless. You're too close. You're involved in this thing that, you're in this bubble. No one else knows about it. You feel like it's almost like trauma bonding. And so, I'm not surprised Angelina Jolie seduced Brad Pitt. Like those kinds of things happen. I'd be Jada Pinkett Smith. I heard on the set of, whatever Will Smith did with Margot Robbie, she would like be in the room during their sex scenes.
Oh, wow.
Just to like hang out at set that day.
Wow.
I'd probably do that too. No, I wouldn't. I'm not like a jealous person. I'd be like, go try to get Margot Robbie. Tell me about it. Like, I'd really be like, I'm proud of you.
I saw her at John and Vinny's. I saw a guy try his damnedest to make an introduction. It was kind of funny.
Oh my God.
What did he do?
She was picking up food and, God bless her. She rolled in there solo. She just had a car waiting out front, but she hopped out the car by herself.
Was she all like hood up?
No. It was just her.
She's just stunning.
She just walked a good
Margot, bitch.
Yeah.
She walked a good 30 feet on her own, which I thought was fucking bold.
Wow.
Yeah, and then she walks in the restaurant and just say hi from Margot, and they go get the food, and some guy's like, "Hey!"
I'm already so uncomfortable.
He's like, "John, we both know," and he says some random name, and she's like, "I don't know a Patrick." He's like, "No, yeah, you do," and he's really trying to make it happen.
Oh God, that's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, I love Wolf of Wall Street, by the way.
Yeah,
that's my favorite film.
Yeah. I feel like that's okay. Like, I don't know. How do you guys feel about when you see celebrities? Like, it is someone who really matters to you, or like, do you get a picture? What do you do? And like, how do you deal with it with fans? Like, what's the best approach?
If people hit us up for pictures, it's fine.
No,
I think
I say no every time.
Yeah, you do seem you are enough.
Yeah. He'd win the show. Yeah.
I said, pay me.
Yeah.
That's what I said usually.
I'm fine with it. I get uncomfortable because sometimes some people are a bit rude to the people around them. Like these three guys ran up to me to an airport, and I thought that was cool. Like, fine. But then they wanted a picture, but none of them wanted to hold it. So he turns to a guy who's eating, and he's like, "Yo, can you take this pic?"
Dude,
and the guy,
that's the worst.
The guy, I was like, "Hey, man," but the guy jumped in for him. He's like, "I'm fucking eating, bro." And the guy's like, "Oh," and his friend's like, "Dude, just take a selfie. Just take a selfie."
Dude, when they jam the phone in my fiance's face and they go, "Hey, can you take this?"
Yeah, that's always.
And no, please either.
Yeah.
No, please.
They look at me. They're like, "Can we get a photo?" And I'm like, "Sure." And they're like, "Cool, here."
Yeah.
They just jam it in her, and I'm like, dude, can you have some fucking respect?
So fucking often. I love that you guys are saying this too, because I felt like maybe I'm crazy for noticing this, but I do meet and greets, and I have a guy that is there to take pictures, and they'll be like, "What is like you didn't even use the right lens." Yeah. Like they'll yell at him about it. I'm like, he's not getting paid. I mean, he is getting paid, but like he's not getting paid well. Okay, it's so rude.
He is disabled. Okay,
that's why it's at a low angle. I'm sorry he can't get your perfect angle.
And I shot his fucking eyes out, so just be glad that he was able to click the phone at all.
Oh my God. Yeah, people are just like, here, and then they get mad about and then they get mad at you and they're like, it's blurry, we need to do it again. It's like, you got one shot, and just do selfies. I love taking pictures with people, but I know, I like taking pictures with celebrities. I want them. I was on the set with the Backstreet Boys yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, I want a picture so bad. But
did you do it?
I didn't, because I didn't have my phone on me because we were shooting the scene, and when it wrapped, it was like I would have had to get it and stuff. So I got other people's pictures of the scene. But what I think the best protocol, what I would do is have your camera ready before you ask. Have it already open to a selfie, it's shooting, right? Yeah. And then go, would you mind if we got a selfie? And then just boom, click. Yeah. It's fast. Instead of you go, I love you so much, and you're pulling up the apps and you go, oh my God, this is my dog. Oh my gosh. And oh gosh, why is this not working? And you have to go through their whole,
I think it's just a testament
operating
to how,
system.
Social media has just ruined everything.
Yeah.
There's no etiquette anymore. Yeah. There's no. I'm not bagging on people that are fans of other. No. I probably do the same thing. It's just the parasocial relationships. Yeah. You're just used to feeling like you actually know these people, so you see them in public.
Yes.
And you're like, oh fuck yeah, here, let's get a pic, dude. Let's get a pic.
Yes.
And you're like, I'm in the middle of a meal.
There's something really nice about the fact that, especially podcasting, people feel closer to you because you're in their ear. It's like you're whispering to them. How often as humans before media did we ever have someone in our ear intimately. It'd be like a lover.
Yeah.
And so people are conditioned to think that they have these really intimate relationships with you, which is so great because it makes for just making such great fans that know you and care about you and will be lifelong fans. But at the same time, they do have that familiarity that they can like mistreat you.
But you know where that kind of like is kind
but
of.
it's rare. That's like 1 in 100.
Yeah, that's true. Not everyone does.
And
I
it
feel like
sucks that
I feel like we're being like spoiled right now.
No. Most people are so awesome.
Yeah,
we're so spoiled to have people like care
Yes.
about us enough to even want a fucking
I agree.
picture.
No,
Yeah.
And if you ask me for a picture, I will say no.
Yeah.
No, I will say yes. Just don't do the phone jamming thing.
No,
Yeah.
I hate that.
Pics are cool.
I get mad when people are like, I saw you at the gym, but I didn't want to bother you. I'm like, this is why I do this. I want people to go,
Yeah,
it's
an ego boost.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Please bother me. I love it. I love
You know what I love, dude, is recently I've had a lot of people come up. It'll just be like random dudes. And they'll be like, yo.
Yeah.
And they just walk away.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was
Same.
sick.
Yes.
I'm like, that because I like that because I'm like, oh, we're boys.